Hi there, welcome back to It's Only Paper. I'm Lisa and today I'm going to be working in my weekly junk journal. I've got a space between two pages. I really wanted to do this page recently, but I knew that there was things that went on before. Actually it is in the wrong order, I just realised, but this went better with the page, so it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm not kind of like obsessed with date order and things like that, but I do have an important page to create here. And I thought I would set myself the challenge today to try and just use junk or bits and pieces that I've got laying around, but not actual proper stickers, or you know what I mean, don't you? Proper like stash. I printed off my photos already, and I've also been, before I did this page or before I decided to do this, or really when I decided to do this, I went through my stash. I've got a whole load of stuff next to my desk and I've pulled out a few bits and pieces. A couple of these have been gifted to me. This was on something, on a page or something years and years ago that fell off. I have no idea where. This Aid was throwing away some stuff from his office and I grabbed that out the bin. I thought that would be handy. Used a punch on some magazine paper. And then I'm just going to find some bits and pieces. I've got like a little tray, a little thingy next to me. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what else to do. The whole journal itself is made from junk, as you can see, or like old papers that I've had kicking around for ages. So it does go really well. I've got this here. I was going to do this as the zoo page, but that ended up being there because the green fitted in. So I think I might keep it flappy at the moment. This is coming up, so I'm going to stick this down properly. But basically this day was, and although this is a weekly journal, I kind of just do what I fancy. This is one day that I'm journaling about today, for example. This was a weekend. My dad was over from the States, so we had lots going on and I didn't want to squeeze it all onto one page, so I never ever give myself that stress of having to stick to a rule like it's a weekly journal so I can only document a week at a time. No, I don't do that. If I want to do a day, I do. If I want to do 2 weeks, I will. I haven't stuck these on very well, have I? I haven't even got onto my page yet and I'm fixing other pages. So yeah, I always give myself the flexibility of just doing what suits me at the time. So today we are just doing one page. I think the first thing I'm going to do is trim my photographs down. There we go. Oh, and by the way, I have just made my first ever iced coffee. I don't drink iced coffee. I only drink hot coffee. And look, doesn't it look cute? I've been watching this YouTuber recently and she makes the most amazing coffee. I've just realised actually this was from Jennifer from Happy Scatter when she used to send me my samples. It's got my prices on the back. Yeah, so I've been watching this YouTuber recently and she makes the most beautiful drinks and I feel so inspired. So yeah, I've just been and decided to give it a go. It wasn't a recipe I was following or anything, but I've just watched a video and she had her little cups out. I never use mine. They sit in my cocktail trolley and I've never used them. So I've just made a couple of shots of coffee and I used pumpkin spiced latte espresso mix. And I put it with ice and cold milk and a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten it a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if it's the right thing, but it's actually okay. There, I'm going to do that like that. And I was sent this. I think that might be from Lindsay. I'm not sure. I did have an idea. This was an envelope I was using for one of my kits, but I stamped it wonky. So rather than bin it, I thought it could go on like that, which I quite like the idea. So I'm going to stick that down as well. And I like the idea of the flap coming over the top. I think that would look quite nice. And then I can always put a photograph maybe inside or something like that. So I want that to sit like that. There, I like that. Yeah, I'm going to pop that on there. Basically this day, you may have seen my vlog about it. I did vlog about it, and I'll leave the link below. Whenever my dad visits, we always have grave day. And actually I'm going to pop that on there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, I wanted to, at the top of here it says guess the year. Pop that up there. Yes, so whenever Dad comes over, we always have a grave day, and it's important to him, living far away, that he visits his parents and his siblings' grave. Sadly, he lost 2 siblings quite young. So there's just 2 of them left now in the family, or that side of the family, if you know what I mean. So it's important to him. So we have a grave day every year, and I'm not tearing this very well. I just wanted a little bit of that on there. Yeah, and then this year we decided to change it up a little bit, and we ended up with a bit of a detour to the village where we grew up. I didn't realise that my sister hadn't been back since she left when she was 8 or 9. And she was born in that house. That's where we lived. My dad built the extension. Sarah Jane was born in that room up there, my mum and dad's room. I was 5 when she was born. I remember going next door to my neighbours and having tomato soup. And I thought I would cut that down and use some of that to journal on. Yeah, I'm going to do that actually. I like that contrast of the white with like the natural colour paper. Quite like that. And I might actually do the same over here. Yeah, so we went back to the little village. It was just so nice. And then we knocked on neighbours' doors and they were still there. This lady, this was one of our neighbours, she was in her 90s now. That stuck on really well. And she remembered us, and her husband, he's, I think he didn't have much time left, bless him. He was mid-90s, could barely talk, and she's his carer. And they were just so lovely. But he was very difficult to understand, but he remembered my dad, and he remembered my dad when he built the extension my dad dropping his, because I guess my parents were very sort of young in their 20s. He remembered him dropping his ladder on his car. I thought that was so funny, really funny. But yeah, they remembered us. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, she referred to us as the 2 little girls. Though we were in our 40s, still the 2 little girls. I thought that was really lovely. But yeah, quite amazing. Do you know, she's in her 90s, and we had, and they have, massive gardens on the back. The gardens are huge. Backed onto farmland. It's just beautiful. It really is. And she still does. She said her sons do her vegetable patch, but she does all her weeding, all her front garden. She does everything. Isn't that amazing? At her age, it was really lovely. I might write her a letter actually. Yeah, it was just really nice to see people. We went in and saw another neighbour. Yeah, it was a really, really special day. And this windmill that I'm about to show you, that's in Brill nearby, and it's right up on a hill. It's called Brill on the Hill, and I used to be able to see that from my bedroom window. I used to always look up to the windmill, so it was nice to see that. Yeah, it was a really, really nice day. I'm going to pop that there. I'm already pleased with how this is turning out. And then I've got this one with the farm shop. How shall I do this one? I'm going to use this again. Might pop some of that on there. I might need a new glue stick. Get a little bit more glue out. So yeah, what is obviously a sad day. We just made the most out of it and just had some really nice quality time together, the three of us. And then, because we went to my aunt's grave in Cholbury, it's literally just down the road from, you may have heard of it, I hadn't heard of it before, the Diddley Squat Farm Shop. What's his name? Jeremy Clarkson's farm. My dad and my sister watch the programme and love it. And we were literally just down the road, so we stopped off there. And it's also in the little village where my sister used to go to school, so that was quite nice. So yeah, we had a really nice day, and it was lots of impromptu things as well, things that weren't planned. We just happened to think, yeah, let's just go to the windmill. And then it was a case, well, we're here, so let's just go to the village where we grew up. And then as we were at my auntie's grave, it was a case of, oh, we're by the farm. We saw it on Google Maps. Let's go there. So lots of impromptu things. It was really, really fun. And then I was thinking with this, then that could flip. And then I've got more space for journaling. I might actually wait to do the journaling on there. I've got, just having a look at the colours, because obviously we've got some red and things. I've got the little saucer here. So what I might do is pop that there, because that brings in the red. That's just a scrap of paper, so we're still keeping to the rules. How much junk do you use on your pages, and do you find you keep more than you actually use? I definitely do. I'm going to need to go through soon, I think, and have a bit of a sort out and a bit of a de-stash, I think, because I have got quite a lot. Things like this, look, there's a bit of packaging. I might pop that in the bin. Sometimes I wonder why I keep things. Got these cute little leaves that I've made. I might use those. I do like having little bits and pieces on my desk to use. Yeah, the leaves actually go quite well. These were some from a stamp that I made. Oh, I remember seeing that, thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to use that. Wonder what that was from. I really like that. Could do with a few more of those. What else have I got in here? Some other leaves that I've made. Oh, that's quite a pretty one. Yeah, I might include that one. That's a leaf that I made. There. What else have I got in here? Got some other leaves. Put that one down there. I quite like that colour that adds, actually. Just found the tiniest little piece of fabric on the side, so I'm just going to add that with a clip. I think the colours go really well. There we go. Doesn't matter that it's on wonky. I was just going through my notepads. I've got this one here. I'm actually thinking I might cut that down slightly and trim it as well. And then I can use the other bit on another side. I think that could go really well. So we've got space for journaling there, and those colours match really well. I like that. And then I could use this other piece like that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I still need to tie it together. It's still looking very disjointed at the moment. That kind of pulls it together. I'm a little lost with this. I kind of feel like I need to put something on there, because at the moment it just looks like the back of something, which it is. So maybe I need to find something. Oh, I tell you what, I've just thought of the perfect thing. I have got my old planner page that I've ripped off. This will go, I've just got to be careful because I've got some notes on here, really well. So I really love, I've just torn that off and that's perfect. I really love these planner pages. I've got a huge, I think it's A3 size planner on my desk, and I just use it for notes. So every now and then it just becomes really full, So I then take off the top layer. I think I might just pop it on like that. And then I'm left with a new page. But the problem I have is it's so lovely that like now I don't want to bin it. So I keep it. Yeah, that's really pretty. I really love that. Excellent. So I might just take some other bits and pieces. For example, look how beautiful that is. That is just too pretty not to use. I really love that. How about I take some glue on the side. I'm going to remove that because that might just go a little bit shorter. We're going to pop that down the side like that. Make sure that's stuck in really well. Isn't this cool? I'm really loving this. That is so pretty. I'm so glad I kept that now. Some things are really worth keeping. I've got a lot of stuff that isn't worth keeping. I've got so many receipts, and to be honest, I love keeping my receipts, but sometimes I forget I had them. I kept this recently of some kind of packaging. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to bin that right now. I do need to go through and have a think. I kept this recently as well. Am I going to use that? I don't think so. Let's bin that. See, that's what I need to do. I need to go through and have a good sort out. Right, this page still isn't together. There's no togetherness of it yet. But there will be. I have faith in myself. You wait. The amount of people say when they watch my videos, that they never thought it would pull together, and then it just did. It's amazing. I think everyone can say that about their work, can't they? That when you're in the middle of things, it's like when you're having a massive, great big sort out, and when you're in the middle of things and you think, why did I start this? And then when it's all done, you step back and it was all worth it, and it's just all worked. But it's just that middle bit, isn't it? And I think that's the stage we're at right now. I might actually pop that there. So we've got some yellow and some blue and some red. So that's what we need to pull together. I took this off, didn't I? Yeah, that still works. I'm still happy with that. So let's put some more glue because I peeled that up. That's cool because that's a little journaling spot. And then I throw those bits away, and then I find this tiny little piece of card. I've cut off some packaging, and actually I didn't realise, but it's the red dots I needed. Who'd have known? That's what I need. The red dots go with the toadstool. That's how we're going to pull it all together. So basically I need to find a few little red accents. That's what is going to save this page, and it can only be junk, remember? So I think that's how you pull a page together, is just by finding bits and pieces that pulls it all together. I've got a little, no, that won't work. Found another piece of scrap paper. I'm actually going to wedge that between here, whether I put the two pages together. I quite like that. I'm going to staple that because, oh, I've run out of staples. It actually feels like it's become a little bit of a tab top, even though it isn't. But I like that. The colours go well. I will need to do something to train this page down. Going through my bits and pieces on the side that I've been saving. I've got a handmade envelope that was sent to me. I think I might actually use that for some journaling. I'm trying to put it back together again. I could pop that on like that. I've got a wax seal as well. This is so cute. Oh, I could even, yes, I wonder if that would work. Let's try that. I'm going to use the little wax seal on here. This could work really, really well. And what I was thinking was sticking the envelope down and then opening it out to reveal my journaling. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm liking all the natural colours on this page. I think that goes really well with the accents of the colour. So let's do that. It's just something a little bit different as well, and I love an interactive journal. Perfect. Love that. And to decorate, I am going to use a few stamps. I'm just going to pop them on here really randomly. This kind of thing never has to be perfect because you're not seeing the whole thing. It's just another layer on your page. So that's always a good way to think of it. Just add that on there. And then I'm going to add another one in a moment. And up here. I've got a little stamp set. This is one of my ones with the little houses and the heart. I think I've still got those in stock. I will leave a link to those if I have. And that's obviously about our house. A little heart stamp as well. So I'm going to add a few little hearts. And next thing is, I think I'm going to add some journaling and then come back and make some other sort of last little minute additions. I know I said I wasn't going to add, oh look, I found a strawberry on there. Let's pop that under there. You know I wasn't going to add any, only junk on here. Do really old alphabets count? Can I use those? I kind of wanted something to stand out on this page. I don't even think they're sticky anymore. No, there's no sticky. How are they even staying on there? There's, oh, slightly. But no, they definitely need some stick. I might even use a hot glue gun. I wonder if actually, I think I might use a hot glue gun. I'm going to plug that in. You can see there's, yeah, they are fit for the bin really, aren't, well, they're not because but they're not sticky, so I am going to use those. I don't think it's quite breaking the rules. And while I am waiting for my hot glue gun, I am going to go over with a red Posca pen because I want them to be red. Such a good thing to do if you don't have the colour you really need. And especially if it's a nice pale colour, because they're so much easier to go over. Let's try and get around the outside there. And then with the hot glue gun, they are going to go on really well. And they are going to stand out really well. And I think it's going to look great. Do any other families have a grave day? Or are we the only one? I can't believe I have an annual grave day. I am about to make so much mess with these because the red is still wet, but it's going to be worth it. This is where I'm at with my page. I have done loads of little cute journaling bits. I'm really enjoying this page. I still feel it needs something. So I've found some scraps of fabric, because we are only doing scraps today. Just thought though, would that, oh, this was a little envelope sat on the side. I am going to, I don't, oh, can I get away with that? I wonder. Yeah, that's stuck on. I can still read that. I quite like that. I just needed to add something. I'm going to also add a few little bits. Do I need the fabric? I tell you what, let's see how this goes. I'm going to replace the string with some embroidery floss in here. I thought about this just a moment ago. Let's cut this off and let's add the string up there. It could be if I add a few bits and pieces that I don't actually need to add anything else. What am I doing here? Right, I'll tell you what, let's double that up and we'll tie this into a bow. I don't know if I've left myself enough saying that. I might have just been able to do it. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Tell you what I will do. I would like that to stay up there. So let's stick that like that. I wonder, I can't be bothered to sew. Where's my glue stick gone? Oh, here it is. I'm going to be really cheaty. And add some embroidery thread like that. That is so naughty, isn't it? I've just stuck that thread on there, but it works. Let's see about adding some fabric here and there. I like the idea of having something on here. I don't know, that feels a bit too much at the moment. Oh, I tell you what I did see in this basket. I've got an old bit of pom-pom. I might just pop that on the edge there. What do you think to that? Seeing as I've got the hot glue gun out, I quite often staple these in, but I've got the hot glue gun out, so why not? I wanted an extra touch of red, didn't I? And that definitely gives me that. Oh, I'm liking that a lot. I still feel like I would like to use that. I think it's just a little bit too long. I think that's all that's up with that. Let's pop that on there. And this might work out really well, actually. And let's stick this down here. I'm being so lazy with the hot glue gun now. There. Still, do you think we need something along there? This in half. Pop some red fabric in the middle. Just a little bit of extra something. There, I think I am finished. I really love how I accidentally knocked off some of the paint from the Posca pens. I think that's turned out really great. Oh, I know what I was going to add. I am breaking the rules slightly, but I am going to add a piece of washi. Washi doesn't count, does it? Because I loved today, this particular day. There. I am happy with this. Should I add something down here? No, definitely not that. No, I think I'm good. I might end up adding... Oh, I tell you what I could do. I'm just going to cut a little freehand heart out. I've had a last idea. I didn't quite have enough space. Let's try this again. I think this could work really well. I've just done one down on the bottom there. And I think then I am done. I've got a little heart there. I'm going to stick that on here. And just go around the outside with a black pen just so it stands out. And I've done exactly the same down the bottom. There we go. That is Grave Day. It's her. Sarah Jane was born here 1980. There we go. I just got the hot glue gun there. So happy with this page, and I think it is pretty much junk. I know I've added a couple of bits of like this, but they're all like scraps and pieces. Nothing is new. You know what I mean, don't you? So we've got Grave Day this side. This opens out. And then we've got journaling there about seeing our old neighbour. Journaling here. This opens out. Journal about the farm. And then I've written about our plans then afterwards when we went to visit my cousin and her dad, my uncle. There we have it, and I think it's all pulled together. Having those pops of red, hasn't it made the difference? I am so happy. I've loved this journaling session, and I am now almost up to date. I'm up to the end of June. That's not bad going, and I am going to be, when I reach the 6-month part, I'm going to be filming a 6-month flick through of this journal. I am having so much fun with this. This might be my favourite journal to date. I love it. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed my grave day today. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.